Madison, how we doing tonight? Yeah! 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 I'm on a new diet. It's that new diet for sociopaths. I gotta tell you, I have never felt my girlfriend broke up with me. She said I was too immature. But I think it's because she didn't like making love to a widow baby boy. I moved to Chicago recently. That's true. When you move to a new place, it's like a great opportunity to so it's a clean slate. You can really start over. So I've been really into making goals. My first goal is I'm going to say yes to more opportunities. If an opportunity comes a knocking, I'm going to answer it with a smile and say, yeah, get on in here, friend. My next goal is I'm going to stop lying to my friends, my family, and myself. Third goal, I'm going to solve all pet-related crimes and mysteries. My last goal is to stop coming up with goals during Jim Carrey movie marathons. I was on vacation recently, and I went to the duty-free shop, and there was a cologne section. Was there a woo for duty-free? Woo! It wasn't like a woo, like enthusiastic. It was like oh, I know what you're talking about. Like, I got that inside knowledge, too. And there was a section for cologne, and then there was a smaller section in the section for cologne for kids' cologne, and then there was even a smaller section for different Angry Birds colognes. Where was that when I was in third grade, you know? Trying to get my first kiss, trying to, maybe if I just smell like a digital cell phone bird, old Susie is going to plant one right there. Hey, they're not all great, they're not all Jim Carrey movie marathons. January, the winter of our discontent, right? January is always a tough time for me because it's 2 years ago in January my uncle passed away, and it was tough. It was it's tough because that was like the first kind of big death in my family that I had been alive for, and I went to the funeral. It was like the first big funeral I went to, and it was it was a good experience up until the pastor started giving the eulogy. And, I've never given a eulogy, so I don't know if this is part of it, but I don't think at any point is it ever appropriate to go, yes, all of us here in this Church of God, it reminds me of that one Mel Gibson movie, and he doesn't remember the name of the Mel Gibson movie that he thought it would be appropriate to bring up during the eulogy. Someone from the side is like, Passion of the Christ, the one movie that would make... I don't know why you wouldn't quote the Bible if you were trying to quote a Mel Gibson movie. But the pastor just shuts him down so quickly. And that's not the worst part. The worst part is that now everyone in the funeral has to know what Mel Gibson movie the pastor's trying to quote. So they start shouting out different Mel Gibson movies during my uncle's funeral. They're like, Lethal Weapons 2, Apocalypto, the one with the beaver. He was racist when we didn't see that one. We don't like him, right? We don't like him? After about 5 minutes of shouting, he has an extensive list of movies. After about 5 minutes of shouting, we found out he was trying to quote What Women Want, the Mel Gibson movie where he can read women's minds, and it really made the funeral. But when someone dies in your family, you think back kind of like, because I wasn't there when he died, and I was trying to think, when was the last time I saw Uncle Stever, Because we were fishing together? No. I remembered, he came to live with us kind of about a couple months before he passed. And after a while, leaving with us. I remember he said two things to me, and I'll never forget this. The first thing he said was, Ian, I'm so proud of the man you've become. You know, watching you grow up, it was just an incredible experience. I never had kids of my own. I kind of, thought of you as my kid, and, you're just a really great guy. And the second thing he said, and I'll never forget this, he said, Ian, there are government assassins after me. They're coming, and when they find me, and they will find me, they're going to kill me and make it look like a suicide. What? Are you kidding me? What are you talking about? And I go to school that day. I'm like, what was that? Well, Uncle Steve lost his marbles. I get back, and I was like, all day I was thinking about what's like the perfect thing to say. And I go back, I open the door, and I'm like, Uncle Steve, what? And he killed himself. Gunshot to the head. A couple gunshots to the belly. There was a knife in his back. Looked like he'd been choked for a bit, too. Autopsy reports show that he had a lot of poison in his system. He loved poison so very much. Hey guys, I've been Ian Erickson. Thank you so much. You're the best. Madison, I love ya! I love ya! Love ya!
Keep it going for Ian Erickson! Thank you.